What is up, everybody? We're extremely well, and we are in Skylanders Imaginators. And if you see here, I have Maui. Granted, I couldn't really give him the long locks that he has, and I'm giving him the lion greaves only because, like, the sun, it would match because of the armor and speed. I think I've done this the last time, but with Ripclaw. But here's some good news. For a long time, everyone knows that when it came to Skylanders Imagineers, you cannot get a find a fire creation crystal, which sucked. You can find light, you can find water, magic, tech, earth, air, life, undead. I don't think you can find dark because that was even more rare. But fire could only be found in bloody hold on. Ah, in bloody starter packs. But now we have a total of 10, and just today I got 9 of them. Ripclaw is no longer the only fire creation crystal, but what I'm hoping for is that each of these 9 crystals are are resetted. I really hope so, but let's at least look at how I'm like a Portal Power TV. This is how I made Maui. The Obliterator doesn't seem like it because I gave him the Pulverizer instead. Master Wave Rider, Master Wave Push. Obviously, he is not Ice Block. He doesn't turn to a bubble. And Wild Piranha Pets would represent his shark attack, but he doesn't even become a piranha. The War Cry would make sense rather than Seismic Slam, Berserker, or even Here Comes the Pain. And his weapon of choice that I gave is the Acoustic Reckoning. Because, what can I say except you're welcome? Sadly, there's no hook. Actually, I think there might be a hook. No, there is no hook. I think that can only be available in some other places. But anywho, that's Maui. He has a heroic voice with a magic effect. I guess it's more faster when it's in combat. Anywho, here's another character. Here is my magic character. And of course, I had to design her to look exactly like a certain Disney princess. And trust me, I had to do the same. Okay, so before I go on, I originally have a magic sorcerer imaginator, but sadly, it's not going to be Vanoss like Houdini. But no, I had to refix him with different things. For not, but instance, okay, so basically, I turned Vanoss into Twilight Sparkle as a sorcerer with the same ideals of the same costume. But let's look at the look. Let's see the Tacit. Leave Tacit now. We're sticking with the Princess Tacit because it makes sense for her. Oh, dang. If I were to make Genie from Aladdin, like Robin Williams Genie, that would be something. I have the Mermaid Naga because it would make sense. You have to have that. Uh, as for her weapon, let's see what's new. Banana Bash. Nope. No. That would be someone else who could use it. We got Aurora's Light Blades and Chaos Daggers, but I would prefer the Dragon Blades to honor her sibling ship with Spike, but I feel like I am inclined to at least increase something else. For starters, she needs to increase in armor. If I were to do hatchets, I would probably put Jason Voorhees as that. But we're sticking with this because we have no other weapons. Her powers are as included. Well, granted, originally I had Master Charger, but Knife Thrower seems more like her. And, well, I mostly used the Charger. And this is her thing, the Trick Teleport, which makes sense for her. And because she's swashbuckler. I couldn't really, since it involves she's like the portal kind of character, the teleporter kind, and portal stuff. I would say the takedown would be her ability, not blade NATO, not blade crisscross, or even sword wall. Let's get on to the next character. If this phone would be aligned to the TV right. Hold on. Apparently, gotta still fix it. Yeah, that'll work for now. Anywho, let's get to the other characters. Speaking of her siblingship, her siblinghood with a certain dragon. Yep, I had to make Spike. Although sadly, this is all I could get. Actually, now that I think, maybe until then. So of course, because he's a fast. This is basically the smaller version that I have. This is basically Spike, the baby dragon, but you can't put the or baby and dragon in the name, so I stuck with Spike. This is of course, I gave him the Chaos Claws, and of course, he's a magic brawler, but he has rather than teleporting like, now that, actually, since I've seen G5, I can see that he can be a teleport, because now he has a special type of fire called teleportation fire. But I've always stuck with this. But I mean, how would that work for a brawler? Bewildering Blast would be easy. I mean, he's a dragon. So it would basically represent his, like, Spyro in a way. This here was a little difficult. He wasn't a master puncher, but I guess a wave fist would be cool, but like I said, couldn't really tell which would be perfect, so a dashing uppercut would be perfect since he is tiny. Actually, let's get to another character. Another dragon. Yep, that's right, we have Dragon Lord Ember in. The only reason why her head's like this, which I'll probably fix, is due to the fact that I was trying to represent her. She doesn't necessarily have more than... I know she has more than one dorsal fin. But the Staff of Spirals is the... no, let's continue. She does have... And I technically based her armor on and her gloves based off of a fan creation, and especially from a deviant art user by the name of Queen Cold. Shout out to him. Or her. And had to copy this. But sadly, in terms of weapons, I couldn't really figure out... I mean, granted, she needs to increase her defense. She's right now mostly with luck. I need to increase mainly her attack, but I see that sorcerer weapon, so we'll go try it out, but this was the only thing close enough to represent the Bloodstone Scepter. Here's the Dragon Staff, and this will be better. I mean, she's a dragon, so she might as well. I mean, what does this do? Yeah, we'll need that. We don't need that, we'll use this. This would have been close in terms of color, but I'm sticking with the Dragon Staff now. Now that's perfect. As for powers, I mainly did like this. I didn't do Enchanter. So Master and Lighting is easy enough. And like Spike, I guess I would use this. She doesn't have the ability to time bubble. If there's any magic dragon that can do a time bubble, that would have to be, strangely enough, no, obviously, Spyro. So if I were to make another one, it would be that one, using his familiar face too, as well as his horns. However, we are using the orb shot, like fireballs. to represent her fire, obviously. Well, this actually would make more sense. Pro bowler. She wouldn't be Mystic Grid, and she definitely wouldn't summon a lightning. So that's her, right there. Let's get to another character. This is the last Magic Skylander that I have, and it's also Twilight, like I said before. I know the difference between Prepare to Face Justice and... Why do I need to change it? Okay, now this actually would make sense for her mostly. However, I of course copied off of her Belle thing, like Princess Belle. So speed and damage are mainly her thing, and luck is the same thing. I mean, those wings obviously make her that way. Anywho, we're not focusing on her. Let's get to another MLP character that I surprisingly made, and she is part of the tech element. And a bazooka. Yeah, that makes sense. And of course, I had to give her legs the clown. I mean, hello? She's... This birthday present would be the obvious choice of her. But if I were to get an Earth bazooka, I'm going to make Soldier. Yeah, that's right, I'm going to do that. But I don't know about Artillery Strike. That would seem more like him, but nah, we're going to... When we get a future Skylander of the Earth element, we are 100% getting the Rocket Jump. I don't honestly know why I have those. She wouldn't be the Mind type. She doesn't necessarily wield a... I mean, she does ride her cannon, her party cannon, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's like a... Yeah, no. I mean, these technically sort of resemble things. I mean, she's actually smart. Rather than rapid fire, I would give her Master Destroyer, sort of like the party cannon. Oh, let's see where weapons are. Ooh, the quad barrel. Yeah, that doesn't make good luck for thing. I'm surprised this gives me speed. Look, but look, she has much damage. Less armor, but damage. This would represent the party cannon, but like I said before, it must... No, actually, this would... No, I would probably make that as for Quasimodo if I wanted to. Now, 2 bazooka, that's a soldier thing. I would probably put that as Plankton. Tiny, but powerful. Just to be sure, I did pick. Oh yeah, just her legs. Of course she would have to have those, sadly. And she has balloon arms. But now, that's all the My Little Pony characters I have. Let's bring out the characters. And you already saw Maui, so... Let's bring out... Oh, actually, hold on. I have 2 more My Little Pony characters. And these came from the My Little Pony movie. I have no idea what her catchphrase was. Oh, right. That's right. Although I think I would probably put her more of a... Yeah, we're actually switching it back. There. Why did I even give her takedown? I mean, yes, she's a sea creature that can sink. But that wouldn't actually make sense. Actually, no, technically it would. It would. We'll get Steel Fans soon enough, but we have to find the soul gem found in the Shelmont Shores. Dang, we got a lot of stuff I haven't done. But for instance, I didn't really give her much stuff. I tried to match her main, obviously. So apparently she's an attack, considering I gave her bazooka. I mean barracudas. But if I had to, I mean I would probably give these to some ice cream related character. This would not make sense. She's a sea creature. And not even the Chaos Daggers would work. So no, we're sticking with those. Barracudas until we can actually find them again. Now let's get to the next guy. I don't necessarily have Tempest because I didn't think about that, about making her at the time. And portal creation crystals were very scarce. But here is the Air Sorcerer. Yep. Storm King. Did I seriously give him... Yeah, I gave him Drill Sergeant because it was the only thing that could represent. Surprisingly, he's more damage and then luck, then followed up with armor and then speed, which I... Obviously, if you haven't noticed, Master and Lighting would be perfect for him. Furious Summoned Fury, which originally I think I had... Nope, it was just that. No, I think I had Magic Upheaval and had Storm Cloud. But I feel like this would make more. He obviously would not be like this. No, that would be a bird-related character. If I were to make Jeremy, aka the Scout, he would have that shockingly swift step. So I stuck with... Well, actually... I mean, he could move the sun and moon. He could create tornadoes mostly. I don't remember him doing much of lightning unless it was for blasts like that. So I guess tornadoes. We'll stick with tornadoes. But if I have to give at least the upheaval. Now we're sticking with this because he's going to get angry. But here's the problem that I have. I couldn't find something that would relate to the Staff of Sakanis. I don't even know how I got the Chompy Staff, but that would be for someone like Chompy Mage, who should have been a sorcerer. I don't like spiders, but I can probably see why this would make sense for the Staff of Sakanis. I wouldn't use this. This would be for Wallace. You know, Wallace and Gromit. The Nova Rod would seem closely related, but no, it doesn't work either. Nope. Now this is close enough, at least. But that's the problem. His damage would be less, so I'm stuck. The Space Staff would be perfect, but until we actually find a much more... Okay, I may not be exactly like how I'm going to deal with Portal Power TV. Shout out to him. I mean, he technically made Storm King. Oh, actually, yeah. That's the thing. He made the Storm King as a sentinel. But I don't want to be rude, but he probably forgot that he summoned tornadoes and produced a lightning blast. The staff was probably not that way. Strangely enough, I don't think I have a specific... I mean, there's a wolf tail that could represent it, but the lemur tail seems more close to home. Wait a minute, hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I am definitely not using that lynx tail, nope. So until we got better weapons and stuff, Storm is like this. And now we finished the My Little Pony characters. But here are some characters you may know. Okay, maybe I didn't show you this guy before, but here he is. That's right, we got Captain Jack Sparrow. Need to do better look for him. Oh look, Adventure Sword. That would totally be a Finn sword if I had brought him in. But strangely enough, I'm only stuck with this. considering this pirate cutlass doesn't even look remotely like his own sword. He doesn't even have a cologne sword, so I guess... I mean, legendary sword feels more like it. No. The musketeer would make sense. So he's armor, speed, luck. Whoa. I don't remember him being that luck. He's not lucky. Well, actually, he's surprisingly lucky, so yeah, I'll keep that. And while that's technically supposed to be a musketeer, do you think I'm honestly going to honestly give him the... Actually, maybe I should try it out. I mean... Doesn't really look... I mean, granted... Minus the spikes, I guess it would. But that's the problem. I want him to at least have some more power, so we're going to give him the Rapier. As for powers, I gave him Duelist rather than Gladiator. He rides the sea. Of course, he would have Wave Push. And I'm trying to master the uppercutting sword attack. Maybe I should have had the ground stab, like he stabbed Davy Jones' heart. Here, okay, so we had a total of, let's see, we have Maui the Water Smasher, we have, well, Captain Jack Sparrow was one of the later ones. This one is a favorite of mine. That's right, I made H2O delirious.
Okay, maybe just a few tweaks.
But there's just one thing. I saw how technically there's this guy who actually made this, but here's the thing. Unlike him, let's check my head. My head's a ninja head. I mean, like, Ninja Vanish. I didn't give him...
Don't be afraid.
I didn't give him Kabuki head. I left him with... I have left him with the ninja hat because it was the head because of Ninja Vanish. I did my best, actually, surprisingly. Gave him a heroic chest, regular rounded ears, his eyes are human, arms of fancy sleeves to represent his hoodie. Gave him some tuxedo legs that you would see mainly in either Gmod or at least GTA. Tail? Obviously not. What would I give to him? I mean, other than the fact that I could possibly give him this fish tail, but no. No, I can't. His weapon of choice as well as his bag bling. The Teddy Fist. Originally, I gave him the Bling Fist, but now that I think about it, it'd be better with this. Because Portal Power showed me how to make, if you want to match them, give them these things. Speaking of the gear, you see the back bling before you, the Mr. Bear. And Delirious loves Teddy Bear, so of course we have to. His leg guards are Dragon Head Greaves. His arms are radioactive, sadly, so I can't remove them until I find out where they were. And I gave him some Arctic armor. Sadly, there's no bear thing. Actually, I don't even know if there would be. That would be cool. I mean, just saw Triceratops thing, but we're going to worry about that later. As for powers, he's a boxer. The Bruiser would be? No, we'll just stick with that. Like the Delirious Army, he does the powerful... He uses piranhas as his army. And if you remember, he mostly uses Kung Fu based moves, such as Ryu or the Shoryuken. That would be his thing. That's all the water. Now let's start off with getting to, let's see, what would be the next? Let's see. Water would be against fire, but let's at least get some undead done. Starting off with my boy, who is obviously me. Yep, that's right. Your favorite OG werewolf is here.
Somebody call for a hero?
Obviously, I gave him. He's stuck with the elven bow until I can get him a much better thing. Actually, I don't even know where. The Batcry bow is probably not belonging to. I mean, we have to remember very well. Buckshot bow. I didn't get the buckshot bow. Okay, I need to get back there. I need to also get Robo. Okay, so yeah, actually, the Batcry bow is the only thing related to Wolfgang. Sadly, why is that Wolfgang and not his own bone of barrow? I don't know. But we're stuck with this. Increases my damage and speed at the same time because you gotta think. He has that healing factor. Yeah, I'm basically good enough. For powers, I should not have increased anything. I didn't like the multi-shot. I mean, although it would be fun, but I like to do it rather. Unless I wanted to use someone who was a master. If I brought Lara Croft into Skylanders, she would be a long shot, not a buckshot. Or multi-shot. Reason why I gave myself Soul Stealer because of that very factor of the healing. You know, the healing regenerative, the regeneration, the healing factor that all werewolves possess. Originally I did lob shot, slow shot wouldn't make sense unless I'm a tech-based bow singer. Yeah, target tag. Perfect.
Unleash the music. Game on.
For another undead, we have, for the night element, night class, that's right, we brought Demoman from the granddaddy of all video games, Team Fortress 2.
A royal entrance.
And you're probably wondering why I did to the voice.
My soul.
Yeah, I had to give a warbler. It was the only thing, and honestly, I need to fix it so that it says King Demoman. Actually, hold on. There. Obviously, for his look, I kept him with the monster sword. And honestly, the pirate set sword fits his description. I mean, why not give him the pirate set? It makes total sense. If there was anyone with a lumberjack, I would probably, who knows. Should have given Maui this, actually, but no. But then again, he's not a knight. He's a smasher. As for powers, gladiator, obviously, not a duelist. And if you know, the contagion was to represent his beer breath. His scrumpy breath, if you remember. Because of his drunk self, I would probably give him the mighty cleave, and that was it. Let's get to the last undead. And you might be surprised by this one. Yep, we brought the Grim Reaper in, but there's a Crab Doubler. No, I'm not using that. But strangely enough, I honestly need to give him a better. There's no scythes that involve. Wait, actually, I don't even think I have. Let's see, the Monk Blades, Twin Turkeys, Seed Basher, Saw Staff. I have no Sentinel. Hold on. Do I see bathroom breaks? Oh crud! I don't have that. Dang it! We're gonna have to go there, but for now, we'll stick with this. And no, this is not Death himself. This is Grim from Billy and Mandy. Of course, I would have done Acrobat, but he's more of a swinger. The Last Laugh, if you remember how it shows up. Although technically I should do Soul Stealer, but with how I'm doing right now, I'll keep it in there. And Hypnotism. Clothesline doesn't seem like it. I don't even think I used that one before. Oh, yeah, I kind of did. Oh, yeah, speaking of personality, let's see his voice.
Never underestimate my blades.
Never underestimate.
Never underestimate. Never underestimate my blades.
Actually, now that I think about it, this actually makes sense for him. I don't know why.
Never underestimate. Never underestimate my blades.
I mean, it's Grim, the Jamaican version. Of course, we have to keep it. Oh. Yes, I know I gotta upgrade, but for now, let's just continue on. From one of my two life Skylanders,
Behold my sword.
Samurai Jack. Duelist, obviously, not a gladiator. Like a ninja, sort of, he would be... This was the only move I thought he would be perfect for. And because he stabs Aku in the last episode that was sadly only stuck in Adult Swim, which was originally supposed to be in Cartoon Network, this is his thing. He is a... Actually, I'll fix the color of those dragons. But anywho, this is Samurai Jack. My last life Skylander. And then we'll go to another live Skylander, but it's a light. This was supposed to be based off of the one where Jackie Chan voiced.
Okay, maybe just a few tweaks.
And honestly, I need to make it so that he has the weapon that represents a bow staff. This would work, but it's bamboo. I would probably make that for Poe. If I wanted to. But he would... Nah, Poe would definitely be a sentinel if he wanted to. And again, I have so much stuff I don't have. We'll just continue on. If you haven't noticed, his ability is to be like Samurai Jack. He's a Master Buster and performs a clothesline. Although technically it would be nice to use the Grand Slam. And this also pushes them, so yeah, I would do that push. Now to the light element. Meet my Light Smasher.
Courage and emotion.
Yep, we brought Pyro. Based off of his more friendly personality. Let's see his stats. Stats end at speed. Oh, but he's... What do I give to him? Pulverizer. Rainbow Rampage. Not speed of light. That would be a Sonic thing. That would be someone else. If this was who I would think it'd be, it would be for No, it would be for Cole Cassidy. I need to do that, but he would not be a... Actually, I don't even know what he would be. I mean, he only wields one gun. I guess I could make him a brawler. But that's going to be weird, so I might as well stick with Quick Shot. And obviously, I gave him Berserker to increase his rage. But don't worry, I'm not going to make... But here's something you should know. This Firefighter axe I would love to give to him, but this is his friendlier version. The Firefighter's axe is going to be given to him for his other thing. So now let's continue on. Rounding up the last two. Here's my only Earth Skylander, and I based him off of the Skylanders Academy show with a certain character a certain Imaginator voiced by Dan TDM. Yeah, that's sadly all I could do. Marksman. I mean, he's obviously that. And then there's Earthshaker where he can go underground, obviously. Death Blossom. Actually, I should have figured some of most of the stuff, but I stick with Death Blossom. If I have Reaper, I would totally do that. It's the only thing. But now let's round up with a certain version of my Kaiju OC member. Yeah, that's right. We got Rip Claw back.
Somebody call for a hero?
Oh, he looks gorgeous, man. Boxer, which I should have done Bruiser. Explosion. Ah, so this is what I got. Yeah, increased damage output for a brawler. Yeah, that makes sense. And Megaton Punch. More like Kaiju Punch. Who wouldn't want that? And Fists of Fury. Of course, I'm going to have to make Poe as a brawler and a Sentinel, so that makes sense. But then again, depending on what items there are, it would make sense what to use. Blade Fist. Stone Fist. Ranger enough will keep luck for right now to what would remind me of me. I guess Stone Fist, who knows. But I also need darn armor. Wow. There I go. Fair enough. No, never mind. I take it back. I don't have the claws, so... Wait, the Chaos Fist will even increase? Dang, damn it. I guess we are going to stick with these until... I mean, I want to increase my armor, and yet... Bling Fists don't remind me of that.
Sweet.
I really have no good stuff, so we're just going to stick with these for now. Let's get on to creating a fire one. If you know, here are some characters I wanted to make, but for now, let's make this bad boy. Yes! It's reset!
Welcome to the Creation Crystal Portal Master. Here you can create your very own Imaginator.
Oh, well, you know, it lands right there.
Battle plan. Smasher Imaginators pulverize your opponents with enormous smashing weapons. Are you ready to create a smasher? Choosing a battle class is a final decision.
There is only one reason why I wanted to make this, and it would make sense. And most people, this is a guy from Overwatch that you may know. He was one of my favorite tanks to play. I missed a game, but anywho, we're going to place him on.
A new smasher is born. Now, bring your imagination to life.
Nah, I'm saying Pulverizer right there. He's Pulverizer. He's keeping the burning dash. Here comes the pain. Nah. We're going to at least increase give him Berserker. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you gotta pay for that. That's right. But let's get started on the look. For head? Spark head? No. I don't have that one. I wish I had that one specific thing I had. Oh, that's a bull?
What's up? Ready to roll.
I mean, this one seems... We'll just leave him... We'll leave him this head Eyes remain human. Ears are going to be rounded, obviously. Shiver me ears. I should have done that. No, we're going to do this. Chest-wise, we need to find him in armor. This would feel like it, but he has a specific piece of a back, like to represent his fire boost. I mean, Lionheart isn't what I'm technically thinking of, but it is sort of close to what I'm hoping to use. But let's at least see. No, that doesn't make sense either. Nope, that's not it. Nope. That's only if I wanted to make Bouncer, he would be a tech quick shot. Nope. Nope. Troll chest. No, thank you. Okay, so I guess that means we are stuck with one obvious choice, and that is steampunk seems close. Nope, we're going to stick with this. The Lionheart. And the heart would be simply made sensible. I would say gladiator arms, but I also feel like he would need to cover his... Well, for what starters, he does not have starter cyborg, and he is not a lamp. Magma arms, no. Like I would to get that. He would not wield that, that's for sure, unless it was a brawler. Now those are the perfect thing, but yeah, actually, nope. Nope. I'm trying to remember very well how his arms looked, but then again, I got banned. But anywho, here is the character. There's the arms. Let's get to his legs, because he's obviously not going to have a tail. I don't know what his back bling will be. Those are some flip and small. And he would not have deep sea legs. No, he is not related to the sea. Definitely not those. Heck no, that seems more like a tech satyr. The chain legs could be good. No. We're going to give him heroic legs. And we are so going to fix that bloody... Well, let's... Hold on, I didn't see... Oh, I would know who to make with those. Yeah, we'll do heroic. Tail, no. Weapon? Oh yeah, I gotta level this guy up, so let's get into that. But for now, let's give him the Great Hammer. Oh yeah, we are not gonna fight with you until you...
Don't mess with fire.
Nope.
Don't mess with fire.
I don't think I have that.
Don't mess with. Don't mess. Don't mess with.
Don't mess with. Don't mess. Don't mess with fire. Don't mess with fire. Don't mess with fire.
He doesn't have the word hammer, so that's sad. That's the only thing I could think of, sadly. Nope, we're gonna leave that. But let's get into a fight. Let's go to one area that I know would be perfect for him. Yep, there's my fire Imagineer boy, buddy. But until then, we gotta level up our character to a certain level. Luckily, Imaginators are highly powerful. Buzz. I don't have his Sky Chi power, so we need to give him some armor, some gold too. Oh, I love the wind in my hair. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Ah, ice is nothing. Give me the gold. Dang it, no! No! Well, at least now we can sort of increase. Be a little fight right here would help. Maybe I should have stuck with... Then again, a mastered version of the attack makes sense. You gotta be kidding me. Would you guys leave me alone? Yes! Oh, heck to the yes. You know the words, what we gotta do. We gotta give him something that would be good. Now this actually beats this. Bam. What would be perfect to represent his hair? Head, I mean, oh crud, I didn't think about that. Oh yeah, increase. Oh, that sucks. He needs more armor than speed, than luck. That sucks, actually. How that only mostly increases luck instead of armor. Should I? Yeah, it's pretty much sad. I would use this. but it doesn't seem to work well. I'm sorry, what the? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, thank you. I guess. Can we please just increase armor? I don't need anything. Where did I get Blaster Triumph? I don't remember that. Just armor. Please, just give me. Forget. You don't need this. You don't need this. You need to find something else that'll increase your armor, and it's definitely not this. Let's see which is better. Ornate Knot shoulder pads or snake shoulders? Yeah, that'll be good. Lion shoulders yet? No, I don't need. We'll stick with armor for now, but I seriously do need to give some more stuff to you. You don't need luck.
Yes.
No, that would not represent him. I don't need luck. I need to increase. This seems like it's the only one, but let's at least see the... No. We are sticking with this. This is pretty much the only one. For leg guards, let's hope... Now this actually makes sense, but maybe I can increase the muscle size at least.
Excellent.
I don't need speed. I need fighting.
Try this on for size.
That'd be good enough. Back bling wise, he technically sort of has this.
Not bad at all.
It would sort of make sense too, actually, since this character is from Overwatch, but you'll see, you guys probably know who this is, but for now, just keep your suspicions after I do this. I have no clue what his eyes are, but we're going to stick with this. Here he is, everyone. But that's just the color. You'll see what his name will be soon. Here it is.
I live for it. I live for heroism.
I live for.
Here it is. Reinhardt. Yeah,
Huzzah for the Skylander! And ooh, those baddies had a chest
Ooh.
here you might be interested.
Give me something good. Blobbers, give me an ultimate, maybe? Because I need something desperately. Common.
New chest.
Bird chest. It makes perfect sense to have this bad boy. I have a Reinhardt, and I need to find a way to make sure I can tell who this is. I mean, it would make sense to have Reinhardt like this. But soon then I'll have Earth Smash, repeat, rinse, smash, rinse, repeat, and that would be perfect to represent Earth Shatter rather than Earthquakes. But let's look at that. Right, the new Boo. Oh no, don't tell me that is supposed to be. Yeah, more bear. We got Reinhardt, the Fire Smasher. I just need to get him a better head, if you know what I mean. But for now, we have Reinhardt. But now, let's end today's video so that I can show you guys my next characters. Bye.